Question number 101. You are a data analyst for a chain of fitness centers. You are creating a report to analyze membership signups across different classes offered: yoga, Zumba, spin, etc. for each quarter of the year. You have a total of 12 different class categories. You need to design a visual that allows regional managers to quickly compare the number of signups for each class category within a specific quarter. This will help them understand class popularity and allocate resources effectively. What is the best visual to use to achieve this goal? Option A, a scatter plot. Option B, a line chart. Option C, a clustered bar chart. Option D, a tree map. The correct answer is option C, a clustered bar chart. Clustered bar chart is best because it clearly compares signups across all 12 class categories within a selected quarter. It displays categories side by side, making differences easy to spot, unlike line chart or scatter plot, while tree maps are less precise for comparing similar sized values. Question number 102. You are a data analyst working with a dataset in Power BI that contains detailed sales transaction for an electronic retailer. The dataset includes a sales amount column with the transaction amount for each sale. You want to analyze the distribution of sales amount to understand which sales amount ranges are most common. Task: create a histogram in Power BI to visualize the distribution of sales amount. You decide to use bins to categorize the sales amount data into discrete intervals. Question: how should you configure the bins to analyze sales amount ranging from $0 to $1,000, with each bin representing a range of $100? Option A. Use the grouping feature on the sales amount column to manually define each $100 interval. Option B. Use the new column feature in Power BI to create a custom DAX formula that categorizes each cell into the correct $100 interval. Option C. Use the bins feature on the sales amount column, setting the bin size to $100. Option D. Import the data into Excel. Create the bins manually and then import the modified dataset back into Power BI. The correct answer is option C. Use the bins feature on the sales amount column, setting the bin size to $100. The bins feature is the built-in and fastest way to create $100 intervals for a histogram. By setting the bin size to 100, Power BI automatically groups sales amount values from $0 to $1,000 into clean, evenly spaced ranges without needing manual grouping or extra DAX. Question number 103. You have developed a Power BI model that pulls data from the following sources: Data source 1, a CSV file stored in SharePoint Online. Data source 2, an Azure SQL managed instance within a secure subnet. Data source 3, a public REST API that returns JSON data. You now need to publish this model to the Power BI service. Question: which of the following data sources require an on-premises data gateway for scheduled refreshes? Option A, data source 1 only. Option B, data source 2 only. Option C, data source 3 only. Option D, data source 1 and data source 2 only. The correct answer is option B, data source 2 only. SharePoint Online, CSV, and public REST APIs refresh directly in the Power BI service without a gateway. The Azure SQL Managed instance inside a secure subnet is not cloud accessible, so it requires an on-premises or VNet data gateway for scheduled refresh. Question number 104. You are a Power BI consultant working for a marketing agency. You have built a report to analyze social media campaign performance for a client. The data source is an Excel spreadsheet that the client updates weekly with the new data. You use Power Query to save the data, including renaming some columns, example, impression to reach, and adding custom columns, example, engagement rate. When you try to refresh the report after the client updated the spreadsheet, you encounter the following error message. Expression.error. The column campaign name of the table wasn't found. What are the two possible reasons for this error? Option A. The client deleted the campaign name column from the spreadsheet. Option B. The client changed the campaign name column to campaign ID in the spreadsheet. Option C. The client moved the spreadsheet to a different folder on your computer. Option D. The client changed the formatting of the campaign name column in the spreadsheet. The correct answers are option A. The client deleted the campaign name column from the spreadsheet. Option B. The client changed the campaign name column to campaign ID in the spreadsheet. The error occurs because Power Query can't find the column it expects. This happens if the client deleted the campaign name column or renamed it to something else like campaign ID. Moving the file or changing formatting won't cause a missing column error. Question number 105. When using Power Query in Power BI to create a custom column that calculates the length of a text string into a column named customer name, which of the following syntax option correctly applies the text.length function? Option A, option B, option C, option D. The correct answer is option A. The correct M syntax for calculating text length is text.length customer name because it properly calls the function and passes the column value. The other options use incorrect coding or function formats. Just a quick reminder, if you don't have time to watch these videos and instead download all questions and answers, feel free to purchase them on Buy Me a Coffee page. I have shared the link below. Question number 106. You are a data analyst working with customer feedback data. You have a table named feedback in your Power BI model, which includes a column named comments containing free text feedback from customers. You suspect that a bug causes manual entry in comments to generate symbol text of length greater than 100. You want to initially understand the distribution of comment length without increasing the size of your Power BI model before performing any further analysis. What should you do? Option A. In Power Query Editor, add a conditional column that categorizes comments based on their length. Option B. In the report view, add a DAX measure that calculates the average length of the comments. Option C. In Power Query Editor, add a custom column that calculates the length of each comment. Option D. From Power Query Editor, change the distribution for the column profile, then choose the Group by Length option for the comments column. The correct answer is option D. From Power Query Editor, change the distribution for the column profile, then choose the Group by Length option for the comments column. The goal is to explore comment length distribution without increasing model size. Adding calculated or custom columns A or C increases the model size. A DAX measure B does not give distribution information. Power Query's column profile tools allows you to view value length and distribution without loading extra columns into the model. Question number 107. You are a Power BI administrator for a large retail company. You have a dataset called inventory that tracks stock levels, product information, and supplier details. This dataset is stored in a dedicated Power BI workspace. The procurement team, responsible for managing supplier relationship and ordering new stock, needs to be able to analyze the inventory dataset using Microsoft Excel. Currently, they don't have any specific permissions within the Power BI workspace. What should you do to enable the procurement team to analyze the inventory dataset with Excel? Option A. Grant the procurement team build permission to the inventory dataset. Option B. Send the procurement team a copy of the original Excel file that the inventory dataset is based on. Option C. Add the procurement team as viewers to the Power BI workspace where the inventory dataset is stored. Option D. Create a paginated report connected to the inventory dataset and share it with the procurement team. The correct answer is option A. Grant the procurement team build permissions to the inventory dataset. To analyze a Power BI dataset in Excel using features like Analyze in Excel, users must have a build permission on the dataset. Viewer access alone is not enough, and sending the original Excel file bypasses the Power BI dataset entirely. Paginated reports don't allow Excel-based analysis. Granting build allows them to connect to the dataset directly from Excel and create pivot tables, pivot charts, etc. Question number 108. Imagine you are a data analyst creating a Power BI report to analyze website traffic trends. You have a stacked area chart that shows the number of website visitors over time broken down by traffic source. Example, organic search, social media, direct traffic. You have also added a slicer that allows users to filter the data by specific months. However, when users select a month in the slicer, the stacked area chart only shows the data for that month, making it difficult to compare the selected month's traffic with the overall trend. Challenge: how can you improve the user experience by allowing users to clearly compare the selected month's data with the rest of the data in the stacked area chart? Which interaction mode should you ensure is active between the slicer and the stacked area chart to achieve this comparison? Option A, filter. Option B, highlight. Option C, none. Option D, drill through. The correct answer is option B, highlight. Filter would remove all other months, leaving only the selected month visible, which is the current problem. Highlight gives the full trend in the stacked area chart, but visually emphasizes the selected month, allowing users to compare the chosen month against the overall data. Question number 109. You are a Power BI developer for a healthcare organization. You have created a dataset called patient data that contains protected health information, PHI. This dataset is connected to a report used by doctors and nurses to monitor patient progress. To comply with privacy regulations, you need to ensure that only authorized personnel can access the detailed patient data. However, you also want to allow administrative staff to analyze aggregated data in Microsoft Excel for reporting purposes. You have already granted the administrative staff build permissions for the patient data dataset. What export data settings should you configure to prevent administrative staff from accessing the detailed data while still allowing them to connect to the dataset from Excel? Option A, none. Option B, summarize data, data with current layout and underlying data. Option C, summarize data and data with current layout. Option D, publish the report to a workspace that the administrative staff doesn't have access to. The correct answer is option C, summarize data and data with current layout. By allowing only summarized data and data with the current layout, you prevent users from exporting the underlying row-level data, which contains sensitive patient information. This ensures administrative staff can analyze aggregated metrics in Excel without accessing detailed PSI, maintaining compliance with privacy regulations. Question number 110. Imagine you are a data analyst working for an online retail company. You are building a Power BI report to analyze customer orders and identify trends in purchasing behavior. You have access to an Azure SQL database that contains two tables, customer and orders. The customers table contains information about each customer, such as their name, email address, and location. The orders table contains details about each order, such as the order date, products purchased, and total amount. Both tables are linked by a common column called Customer ID. Challenge. You need to combine these two tables in Power Query Editor to create a single query that includes all the relevant information from both tables. This consolidated query will serve as the foundation for your Power BI report, allowing you to analyze customer orders in conjunction with customer demographics and purchasing history. How should you combine the customers and orders tables in Power Query Editor to achieve this consolidated view? Option A. Append the customer's query to the orders query. Option B. Merge the orders query into the customer's query using customer ID as the join column. Option C. Create a relationship between the customers and orders queries in the Power BI data model. The correct answer is option B. Merge the orders query into the customer's query using customer ID as the join column. Merging the tables in Power Query allows you to create a single consolidated query containing both customer details and your corresponding orders. Using customer ID as the join key ensures each order is correctly matched to the respective customer. Appending option A would stack the tables vertically, which is incorrect for combining related data. Creating a relationship in the data model, option C, keeps the tables separate and doesn't produce a single unified query.